So you want to get more leads and better clients to your online coaching business. All right, let's talk about it. So I've noticed that a lot of coaches are creating content, posting consistently. What else? Improving their funnel, engaging with people online, but they're still struggling to get leads on a consistent basis. Or the leads they do get are probably not the right fit. And it's not because they're not working hard enough or the content and their offer, the coaching offer aren't good enough. It's because they're missing a few critical pieces that most people don't talk about. But I will, so like and watch the whole video to get as many clients who are ready to invest the time, money, and energy into your coaching program as possible. But think about it, when's the last time you saw a coach post something that made you stop scrolling and say,
"Whoa, he gets it"?
Probably a very few times, because a lot are pretty much seeing the same generic stuff, talking about the same type of free value the same way. Their content is usually too broad, too safe, too forgettable. It doesn't polarize and it doesn't speak directly to the one person who's actually ready to invest. And even when their content is good and even when they actually still get people who are genuinely interested, there is still a massive gap between I like this person's content and I want to work with them. And that gap, that may sound like nothing, but it can actually cost thousands of clients for online coaches. Do the math. Don't get me wrong, you can be very generic and still potentially make a lot of sales, potentially, but you won't be memorable and you're still not going to be seen as the obvious choice in your niche. But me, when it comes to work, I never settle for average and I always look for the big goals. So I want you as an online coach to know how you can be memorable and crush your competition. And here's the shift. When you stop trying to attract everyone and start positioning yourself as the premium option for a specific kind of people, that's when everything changes. Even Alex Hormozi once said this:
it's so much better to just build your product or build your service for 100 people to absolutely love you than to have a million people who kind of like you. I think part of this is that it's very difficult to build something for the amorphous, for the faceless masses, but it's much easier to build something for a specific person, of which there happen to be many and many of those people.
So you get fewer leads, but they are better, pre-qualified, already sold on you before they even book a call. Your content start attracting people who are actually ready to invest, not just collect free tips. Because us, people who want to go higher, we don't chase, we attract. Your DMs are also filled up with, how do I work with you, and not, do you
offer discounts?
And once you figure this out, leads start chasing you, not the other way around. And no, it's not a get rich quick scheme, okay? The results won't happen overnight. But anyway, let me show you how to make this shift. So first, let me go over the fact that we have both low and high ticket offers, and they both can require either a low friction funnel and a high friction funnel. And you do not have to make the mistake of choosing between either the low friction funnel or a high friction funnel. You can just choose both. And that is usually what smart coaches do. So here's the thing. Low friction funnel are your easy entry points. So usually it's free resources, lead magnets, or quick audits. So they don't require much commitment from your leads. So that brings you more volume. But usually those leads, they aren't ready to buy from you yet, especially if you have a high ticket offer. So they will need more nurturing, follow-ups, and trust building, and that can be done with emails and SMS. And high friction funnels, they are more like qualifiers. So for example, paid workshops, longer application forms, strategy sessions. So now you have few people who get through, but those who do, they are more ready to invest. It's basically like buying coffee versus buying a house. Think about it like this. If you're on your way to buy coffee and you get to the coffee shop, you don't need much convincing to do the purchase, right? Because coffee shops are made in a way that you just walk in, order, pay, wait, and go. So that is low friction, right? So it's easy, it's fast, and it works very well when the stakes are small. Unless you're a Karen and you need to complain about something not having enough sugar in your coffee, something like this. But if you're buying a house, now that's a different story. You're filling out forms, showing proof of income, and asking a ton of questions, and that is high friction. And it just makes sense because the investment is bigger, the commitment is bigger, so you need to qualify yourself along the way. And funnels, they work the same way. So if you have something small and easy to try, like a low ticket offer, just keep the funnel low friction so that people can jump in quickly. I don't know for you, but I don't want to have to talk to my bank or fill out a form just to buy a cappuccino at 8 a.m. But if you're selling a premium offer, of course, high friction is actually better. So now it's way easier for you to filter the unqualified leads and make sure that the people who get through are serious and ready to invest their time and energy and money into your coaching program. But the real magic happens when you combine both of them. Low friction feeds your audience and builds a pipeline of warm leads, and high friction converts your most serious prospects into paying clients. So less headaches. But a lot of online business coaches pick one side and then wonder why they're either drowning in unqualified leads or starving for sales calls. Smart coaches who are ready to invest more in their marketing just run both, so they never run out of volume or buyers. And also one very powerful marketing funnel that will be quite in between the low and high friction will be free webinar funnels. I've seen it so many times, but when it's done right, with the right amount of follow-ups, so emails, organic content, or even ads or more, well, it could be the most amount of money you're going to make in a matter of days for a coaching business, seriously. He made a YouTube live event to promote it, which was pretty much the same thing as a webinar. It lasted 2 days, 3 days maybe, I don't know. But do you know how much he made the first day? How much sales he made? $81 million. 81. Yes, not 80, $81 million. So if you want something that's more in between, so a medium friction funnel, but can also bring you a lot of clients to a high ticket offer, serious leads, think about a free webinar, seriously. And if you want to, I could make a video about it, so let me know in the comments. But talking about making more money in marketing, if you need help when it comes to your funnel for your online coaching business, or you just want a quick audit of your whole marketing system, go down in the description and book a one-on-one call with me, okay? I can definitely help you with that. But I'm also quite generous in life, so I also get a free ebook for you. Inside, I give you 3 different sales funnels to help you get more viewers of your social media content to become serious buyers, quality buyers of your online coaching business, all right? And all of that on autopilot. And I'm not done. I also break down the full sales funnel of a guru who also made over 150K per month. And right now, I mean, at the time he used to make 150K, but now he's making more than double that. So yeah, all of that is down in the description. If you need help to fix a gap in your sales funnel ASAP, book a one-on-one call with me, or else simply get the free book. The choice is yours. So look, do not just rely on free content and free resources to get serious clients. Even a tiny paid offer helps to separate tire kickers, window shoppers, what else? Freebie seekers from serious buyers, while also making more money and warming them up for the main program. So it could be something like this, okay? So listen, first you will create a low ticket offer. So something from like $10 to $50, even $90, depends on your audience, but something that's cheap, okay? Not too expensive at all, like not expensive, but it needs to be related to the main service. So now those people, it's way easier for you to target them for an upsell. And you also made sure that the people who got inside of a coaching program are serious, high quality clients. And let's be honest though, if you buy someone's low and higher ticket offer, I'm pretty sure that you also like this person for who he is. Or maybe it's just that the value inside the low ticket offer was so good that you were like, I guess that if I go for the higher end, the higher ticket offer, well, I'm pretty sure he will help me go from A, where I'm struggling, to point B, where I want to be. But the real game is not just getting more leads, by the way. It's also knowing how to slowly but surely move your leads down the sales funnel based on their level of intent. So cold leads, for example, they just clicked on your ad or saw your profile, so they're kind of curious and they are not even sure yet that they need what you're selling right now. And those people are at the top of funnel. And now you have the warm leads. So those people, they've been following you, maybe they even watch your content or even join your list, like your email list, or even join your community, like school or what. But they just need some more clarity, urgency, and proof before they act. Those people are more in the middle of funnel. And now you have hot leads, and this is where it clicks. So now I would like to tell you, congratulations, because you upgraded when it comes to how much they trust you. So basically at this stage, they're just deciding like when to buy your coaching program, not if they will buy your coaching program. They're hungry now. They want it. They believe in you. So your real job is to move them from cold to warm to hot, and then give them urgency and FOMO. And you can do that with like consistent content, stories that build trust, and some follow-ups that eliminate doubt. Because think about it, if all you think about is getting more leads, you'll just keep filling the top of funnel with strangers instead of turning the ones you already have into buyers. So if you want to maximize your sales, make sure to nurture your cold, warm, and hot leads. But people with more time and less money respond to high friction funnels way better. So stuff like workshops and challenges can work pretty well. And if you're selling to busy, wealthy people, do not make them jump through hoops, okay? So those types of high income clients, they prefer low friction because they are not time rich, they are money rich, okay? So shorter forms and direct response copywriting in your marketing that's gonna push them to make a decision fast is gonna convert way more. Don't forget that when you show your real personality and mention the type of people you're looking for in your coaching program, the wrong people self-cut out. So you get better leads. When you really show who you are, you will attract people who will relate with who you are, all right? And when this happens, this becomes more of some deep human stuff. So they no longer really think about how much knowledge you got. They think more about the connection that they have with you. And then because the level of trust is pretty high, price no longer really is an objection. Why? Because they are down in the funnel. They are hot. They want to work with you. So by showing really who you are and not being scared of doing so, you attract better leads. Basically, the more they like, know, and trust you, the more likely they will buy from you. So share your stories and results, right? The before and after. People love this, okay? And be honest and authentic about it. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people in your target audience will really relate with your honest story. So be as honest as possible. And if you can also make it kind of entertaining, well, this is going to bring you even more leads because now you seem like an even nicer person to work with. Also, handle and answer as many objections as possible, like an FAQ. And people love to say like, oh yeah, give them free value, which is true, right? Give them free value. But don't be shy to give them some crazy free value, like some value for free that you know that are very niche, okay? I know maybe you might be scared that, oh, they're going to use it and they're not going to buy my coaching program. Trust me, they're not going to use it. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird. You can give them the best free value ever, the best tips for free. They're never going to use it. They will put it in the safe folder and let it rot there. I'm telling you, they just don't use them. And you're going to look like the best expert in your industry because the others, they just gatekeep everything for their coaching program, but they don't understand that even if they give some very like secret tips in their free value, like on the content, their audience won't even use it. They won't. It's like people really need to spend money to feel like, okay, now I have to apply what I've learned, you know? So if you still don't really know where to start by doing this. You can start with just a low friction funnel, so like a lead magnet or a link to book a call, or even a link to apply for a coaching program. Then you add one more element of friction, so it can be a webinar, a mini course, an application form, a VSL funnel, and even just joining your private community works. And you use emails to warm them up. So you build backend systems that work for you, so you keep leads from going cold. And if you need help with your backend system or fixing gaps in your sales funnel to bring more clients inside of a coaching program, you can book a one-on-one call with me. Link in the description. Same if you want a quick audit of your whole marketing system, you can book a call with me. Or just grab my free book to get more value about funnels, okay? Where I give you 3 different sales funnels to help you get more viewers to become buyers of your online coaching program. Link in the description. And like I said earlier, I'll also break down the full sales funnel of a guru who's now making over $300K per month. So I think that's enough for today, alright? So look, like, subscribe, and comment. If you don't have anything to comment, just tell me how was the day. Did you have a good day, a bad day? Just tell me, okay? It's fine. And also, share this video with someone who you think is going to benefit from the value I share with you in this video. And yeah, that's it, alright? So look, love and positivity. Take care. Hasta luego. Ciao.